Good afternoon. It is 2 o'clock, and I would like to call to order the May 7th meeting of the Oklahoma City Water Utilities Trust. Next up is generally the minutes, but no, not today. Today we have a Drinking Water Week acknowledgement. Mr. Browning, would you go down to the front of the horseshoe? And Ms. Simpson, can you read the acknowledgement?
Whereas water is our most valuable natural resource, and whereas drinking water serves a vital role every day for the health, hydration, and hygiene needs of the 1.4 million people we serve in central Oklahoma. And whereas the Oklahoma City Water Utilities Trust, OCWIT, Oklahoma's largest drinking water provider, treats and delivers an average 100 million gallons of clean, safe water to customers daily. And whereas treated tap water safeguards public health and the environment, supports public safety through fire protection, and enables economic prosperity and quality of life by supporting business and recreational opportunities. And whereas reliable water service significantly contributes to the quality of life within the region through the development and financing of capital projects, treatment and delivery of water through more than 4,000 miles of distribution mains, and the operation and maintenance of our water infrastructure. And whereas OCWIT has committed to an investment of more than $1.7 billion in infrastructure improvements for the fiscal years 2023 through 2027 to enhance system reliability and resiliency. And whereas residents in central Oklahoma are called upon to help protect our source waters from pollution and practice water conservation guidelines promoted by OCWIT's Squeeze Every Drop program. And whereas OCWIT is joining the American Water Works Association and water utilities across North America to celebrate the value of clean, safe drinking water. Now, therefore, I, James D. Couch, Chairman of the Oklahoma City Water Utilities Trust, do hereby acknowledge May 5th through 11th, 2024 as Drinking Water Week, which since 1988 has been observed during the first week of May through a joint congressional resolution signed by then President Ronald Reagan. I encourage all residents to recognize the positive impact of water sector employees in our city and to practice conservation measures to help safeguard our water supply for future generations.
Thank you, Amy. We really do appreciate it. So, Jeff, would you, well, let me say something here first. This week, we join communities across the nation in celebrating National Drinking Water Week. It's a time for us to celebrate the fact that we provide safe and reliable drinking water throughout, not just Oklahoma City, but throughout central Oklahoma. So we celebrate that. And I'd like Jeff Bolden, our water quality superintendent, to introduce his staff, or they can introduce themselves and what they do each and every day. So if you don't mind.
My name is Mike. I have the opportunity to work down at Draper. Not only do we help facilitate in the process of cleaning water, treating water, we also get to help with other things like the pipeline, booster stations, Hefner as well. We come together as a tight knit. We're not too big of a department, but we are the automation and instrumentation industrial electrician side. Thank you.
I'm Emily Curry. I work in the environmental laboratory. I test the water for regulatory compliance and routine monitoring, so to make sure that what we're drinking is actually safe.
Hi, I'm Jesse Carr. I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Water Quality and Acting Draper Plant Manager. I help to make sure that all these fine people have what they need to get their jobs done to produce high quality water for the citizens of Oklahoma City.
Hi, I'm Kevin Smith, industrial electrician for water quality. We perform maintenance and operations on all of the Oklahoma City water plants, electrical distribution, the Atoka pipeline. So we're all over the place to keep water moving.
Thank you. These folks represent a team of over 100 in the Water Quality Division, who are part of a team of over 800 in the Utilities Department. And they do provide our drinking water and our water for firefighting throughout the entire central Oklahoma region. We serve a population of about 1.4 million people. So they play a critical role in ensuring the health, public safety, and economic prosperity of the entire region, not just Oklahoma City. So collectively, they're responsible for treating about 35 billion gallons of water a year. And they also test about 23,000 samples a year to make sure that our water meets all federal and state water quality regulations. So in addition to these folks in the Water Quality Division, I'd also like to recognize the people, the employees down in southeast Oklahoma who pump about 80 million gallons a day from Atoka up to Draper to enable us to meet our water demands. Secondly, the Reservoirs and Canals Group are generally responsible for watershed protection. The flushing crews go out and every quarter flush all the fire hydrants, and we have, about 80,000 fire hydrants, Jeff? So they flush the fire hydrants to make sure that we don't have any dead ends in our water system that could cause water quality issues. And then last but certainly not least, the line maintenance group, where they have to maintain and repair 4,000 miles of pipe. And they're out there in all kind of weather conditions. I'm sure you all have seen them out there when it's, 17 below zero, fixing water mains. So they're responsible for a really, really tough job. So let's get our glasses.
Is this, excuse me, is this Draper water or Hefner water?
Yes.
Okay.
You're actually in the blending zone. So let's raise our glasses to toast the reliability, safety, and accessibility of our tap water, which flows reliably into our homes, schools, and businesses through the hard work and dedication of our water utilities employees. Thank you very much for all that you do.
I can actually tell the difference. It's Draper. Thank you, Chris. These are leaving the room, but some health professionals have said that the most significant event to improve health in the history of mankind is the chlorination of water. That's the most significant. And in the history of mankind, that's like a long time. Dennis was there at the beginning, but so.
Jim, unfortunately, World Health Organization publishes mortality worldwide, and still today in 2024, about 5 million people a year die from drinking unclean water. That's almost impossible for me to wrap my head around, because we turn the tap on, it comes out. We don't even look at it in the middle of the night. We just drink it. That's the level of confidence our folks have. And I don't know of anything else you'll put in your mouth without looking at it first.
Good point.
But how many times have you gone to the kitchen or the bathroom in the middle of the night, didn't even turn the light on, got a glass of water, drank it, went back to bed, didn't even think about it?
Yeah. Clean water and disposing of wastewater is obviously, health-wise, is very, very significant. And we shouldn't take for granted those services, because there are many parts of the world that do not afford those benefits.
And I would be remiss if I didn't thank you all for all of your support to enable us to do what we do. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Browning. Next up is the approval of minutes from the April 23rd meeting. The minutes are in your packet. Are there any questions or comments regarding the minutes? Seeing none, is there a motion for approval? Motion and a second. And it passes unanimously. Next up is a consent docket. There's a number of items, from repair of the dam wall repair at Lake Hefner, some requests for proposals, a number of amendments and change orders, renewal of some agreements. We've got a easement, a right of entry, ratification of payments. Anyway, a number of things in the consent docket. Are there any items on the consent docket that the trustees would like to pull for individual discussion or consideration? Seeing none, is there a motion to improve the consent docket? And it passes unanimously. Item 4 is the concurrence docket. There are 3 items on the concurrence docket. All of these items are in concurrence with the City of Oklahoma City, and none of the 3 items include Aquit funds. Is there a motion for approval of the consent docket? Motion and second, and it passes unanimously. There are no emergency contracts on for consideration today. There are no items for individual considerations. Items from trustees? General Manager reports. Mr. Browning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I do have some really good news here. We received the updated bond rating from Moody's and Standard & Poor's. So on April 23rd, 2024, Aquit and City Council approved resolutions authorizing an upcoming Aquit tax-exempt revenue bond transaction. So as a part of that process, Aquit staff and city finance staff held rating agency presentations with both S&P and Moody's. On April 29th, both rating agencies announced that Aquit's AAA credit rating was affirmed with a stable outlook. So we got the highest rating possible again. So Aquit's, so they cited a few things, and you know we're kind of turning into the benchmark. So with Aquit's prudent and exceptional policies and practices that support Aquit's strong financial performance, these are all the things they cited supporting their rating. Aquit continued diversification with service areas serving 1.4 million residents in central Oklahoma. Aquit's sophisticated long-range planning together with long-term water supply, water reliability, system expansion, and risk-resilient systems, and then the rate management practices that support multi-year rate adjustments. And, you know, they stated that only 7% and 5% of utilities are rated AAA by Standard & Poor's and Moody's, respectively. So we're anticipating to price bonds in the upcoming week, and we'll provide a post-bond sale update at the next trust meeting. So that would be the $300 million bond sale coming up. So with that, be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Mr. Browning? Very good. That's excellent. You know, I think that's probably, you're kind of leading the city toward that, keeping them up at AAA. Isn't that how that works, Frank?
That's right. Something like that.
All right. I'm not aware of any citizens to be heard. There's no further business, therefore, we are adjourned. I need to write a memo back to, I need to write an email back to Meredith.